Welcome as we share a snorkeling adventure and take a look at this 268-acre private island that is part of the Berry Islands in the Bahamas. On the bottom right of the screen, you'll see an iguana which greeted us as we arrived. The northern part of the island has a sandy beach surrounded by rocks with snorkeling areas, while the southern part features a helicopter airfield with concrete blocks. These are all remnants of previous U.S. military installations that were set up in defense of the island, including cables laid in the waters for listening to submarines during World War II, and later a LORAC radio navigation system for early space shuttle launches and a satellite tracking station. Visitors laugh and splash and sometimes, unexpectedly, miss a step, but fun is had by all on such a beautiful day. And you should have watched me a little later on trying to get on the swing in this video. It was less than graceful, and Amanda got a lot of laughs out of the whole thing. As we get in the water and go for a swim, we find lots of colorful fish in the very calm, safe waters. The snorkeling area is within the entire bay, and the only thing that has changed recently is that they have blocked the deeper channel that existed between the little island, and there were original cannons out there from early sunken sailing ships. Here you will see the underwater snorkel garden throughout the little bay. Keep your eye out for many different species of large fish that swim in and out of the bay, including turtles. We usually find the best time to go out is in the morning. The water is less disturbed and there's usually more larger fish and turtles. The island's lighthouse was originally constructed in 1863, and it sits along 1,500 feet of pristine white sandy beach. The views of the lighthouse are just as good from the water. There is a zip line on the beach as well as water kayaks and several other water activities just outside of the snorkel area. Some of the areas around the rocks to the far left of the bay had a lot of life, and of course we found several lobster and just enjoyed watching them doing their thing. The Caribbean spiny lobster is a decapod. It has 10 legs and is covered with a spiny exoskeleton that provides it with some protection from potential predators. But it remains the favorite prey of many species, including nurse sharks and groupers. Having the skeleton on the outside of his body does not allow it to expand, and therefore the lobster must molt or shed it regularly in order to grow bigger, which is part of what we saw earlier in the video before we headed towards the rocks. During the day, Caribbean spiny lobsters remain hidden in caves, under ledges, and in crevices on the reef surface, or around the rocks as they are seen here. And nearby is a seagrass bed, which is also another favorite spot. During the twilight hours and at night, individuals are much more active, and they forage along the reef for small snails and crabs, decaying organic matter, and some plants. They will eat most things they find, and do not have enlarged front claws. They are harmless to people, but even so, if a scuba diver or snorkeler grabs onto one without gloves, the sharp spines covering the head and body may cut the hand. So be very, very careful when handling them, but they are absolutely beautiful to watch. It's always a good idea to wear a sun shirt with a little rash guard that can help you if you happen to miss a jellyfish or two. We took a little break and enjoyed hanging out with the local wildlife as we had a lovely lunch and then went for a nice walk around the island before heading back into the water. On our second time in, we ran into quite a large barracuda who was just happily hanging out, and we spent a little more time playing and swimming amongst the snorkel garden. Just a little word of caution. Do enjoy these pieces, but you will notice a lot of young coral starting to form, so be very careful not to touch or disturb. Great Stirrup was once a pirate hideout, while the British settled in Nassau and the surrounding larger islands until about 1815, and many of the structures from this settlement still stand today.
The silent night and let the moon break in. Let the moon break in.
Whether you choose to relax on the beach, rent a cabana, go for a zip line, take one of the tours such as swimming with the pigs, a stingray encounter, ocean kayaks, shopping, a meal, or a catamaran tour, there really is something for all. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and taking a little look at what you can expect on your next visit. Don't forget to enjoy the swing set at sunset, and thank you for coming along with us. If you like this video, please give a like and subscribe, and I'll be putting out more videos shortly as we travel through the US on our motorcycles.